Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today it's Workshop again and Heroes of Theros, so this is definitely draft decks again. Well, on the flip side, I need to actually double check. I think we have seen green. Okay, definitely if I remember correctly, it was green, blue, white, black, and black, red. Okay, so this time we got three different decks around. Again, these are all draft decks that that wipe the board. And okay, so let's start with this one. So this is white blue constellation enchantments. No pious wayfarer, but generally if you get staggering insight, that's already good enough. Also note that not that many 2 drops, but we do have a good two dreadful apathy is also very good. Good set of Nyxborn Cursor, Vexing Gull, Glory. Actually, creatures are awfully light. Yeah, only 9 creatures. So this is a case of you really have to preserve those creatures. If we get swamped, we might. This is probably taking advantage of the fact that it's probably very slow. And let's see if you can land the staggering insight on one of your bigger creatures. That's usually enough to be game. Commanding Presence can on an early drop creature can also help a bit as well. I probably would want to run more creatures. Maybe I'd probably lose the altar personally, but otherwise this is probably not bad. Next up, there's also the graveyard deck. So this one is more standard. Got pretty much it's Ephemia, no Mar Triton here, but we can use Skola Grove Dancer to dump cards into the yard. Let's see what else. Elysian Chariot, no, that's just ramp. This one's actually a bit of a mix. It's supposedly a graveyard deck. You got Omen of the Dead to benefit from that. Hierophant fills the yard. There's Funeral Rites to also fill up the yard. Relentless Pursuit fills the yard quite reasonably well, so that's probably the basis here. This was going to be very interesting. Then again, 2 copies of Final Death when it's so almost impossible to draft even one. I guess we can go for this. Then finally we got green-red monsters. So this is probably the most value based. So pre-standard, ton of 2-drops. The idea is that you want to hit 4 or more, so that's why there's the Dreamstalker Manticore, Loathsome Chimeras. Nyx Herald doesn't quite hit 4, but it's quite good. Huntmaster, Typhon, and we got some utility with Warbriar Blessing. That's a very good removal. Mantle of the Wolf is good, quite good also. It at least gives a +4/+4 and gives us additional utility. Yes, please. And yeah, this is I would say that the monsters deck is probably the most straightforward. The other 2 I'm a bit more iffy on. So let's start on with that. I'll start with the monsters deck. We'll see how we do. So if we encounter the white-blue deck, it's about taking out their creatures, but 2, it's also about them taking out our creatures. So we should not over-invest unless we can go for the kill or something like that. So this is a horrible keep. We're kind of praying to draw green cards, so forest. So I should have just kept the first one. What was I thinking? Okay, keep this. This is not good at all. And we're up against the green-black deck, if I'm not mistaken, on the card sleeves. Yep. At least we get Dreamstalker. We hit Dreamstalker Manticore. Opponent's removal. Oh, I really would like to remove that. Yeah. Just one thing I noticed about all 3 decks, except for green that has Elysian Caryatid. I guess the white-blue one has Altar of the Pantheon. If you don't hit your lands, you're in real danger. So opponent has a 2 and a 2. Okay, we're gonna pass. This is not good. On the bright side, if our opponent tries to go Warbriar's Blessing, we can snipe it with Final Flare. And let's see. Deals 1 damage. And I want to cast this on my opponent's turn to snipe the whatever does. Okay, so there's Relentless Pursuit. He's gonna. Okay, he's probably gonna get a land and the Piper. Yeah, there's no reason not to get 2 cards. Now, I would really like to hit a green source. Well, Briar Blessing doesn't have hay. Horn Beetle would be a nice drop. Discordant Piper, sure. We're way behind. Yeah, we're taking that. Come on! Yeah, well, nice thing about the workshop events is that there's no investment cost, so we're not entirely domed. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep taking it. There's no way around it. I'm actually curious. Oh, it's an additional cost, so since you sacrifice the creature, I won't even get the +1 ping. Finally hit the forest. Opponent does have the mana for... You know what? Let's just attack first. I suppose I could have played Nyx Herald. Or one of the Horn Beetles. I'm probably just gonna play the Nyx Herald. Yeah, I figured this much. Opponent definitely had final death, but the bright side is, well, it's not much. We know he only has 1 more final death. He actually, no, he has a top end. It's Blightbread Catoblepas. There it is. Yeah, he will snipe the Herald. If I can get 1 more land, I can, preferably green. There you go. I could Horn Beetle into Warbriar Blessing. Snipe the Catoblepas. Then end the turn. So I can now kind of block my way out of this, sort of. I might actually just play another Horn Beetle next turn. Let's see, does our opponent have the other Omen of the Dead to buy back Catoblepas? Okay, there's... Okay, what's that? And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can snipe it. The Omen just gives him enough. Yeah, we got stuck on lands way too long. That was the problem. So I guess I can now play these 2, but it's still good. It's still a good game. I have no way of block. If he attacks with everything, I still take 3 damage. Yeah, we got stuck on lands way too long. That was a problem. If we drew some of the lands earlier, we would have had better parity. You know what? Let's do this one again. That was quite unfortunate. Also, that's probably my personal reason why I really do not like 9-8 land split. If you can set it up as a 10-7, you really should. So at least you got Titans into Herald or Fateful End, so this is a better keep. If I remember correctly... Yeah. Also, knowing which one is the double green is... which one is the double mana is probably a lot better. So Pony goes Lost Pride. Might as well play Binding. So... Okay, we lose that. Next turn we... Because our opponent's down to 8 creatures. Okay. He's down to 8 creatures, but this one's gonna hurt. Well, we can snipe it with Fateful End. Unfortunate that didn't have to take this one first. For each creature card exiled this way, well, that's... Well, he doesn't exactly have escape. I actually do, so I can... So I have 2 choices here. I could just play Fateful End. Or I could just play the Careless Celebrant now, force him to respond, maybe use up one of his Dreadful Apathies. And return target creature like... So I can actually fix my land drop this way. You know what? I'll pass for now. Oh wait, I forgot. He has Karametra's Blessing. Forest. I don't actually want that on top because I know I'm about to get another card. Opponent could actually take the mountain away from us. There's no point in taking away the Warbriar Blessing because I have no way of recurring it. White-blue is the one that has the way to recur it. Opponent goes for a 3/3. I guess I could have saved it for that. We'll take the mountain. So I definitely want to save up for Theros Brawler. So I'm gonna go Nyx Herald. Maybe we could kind of start a race. Problem is, if our opponent starts loading up a lot of stuff, the Theros Brawler might only just be able to fight evenly. He has cards, so he can dump this. Sentinel's Eyes costing 1 mana. Okay, Commanding Presence. Oh, that's even worse. Okay, 6/6. So, sacrificing a creature enchantment, that's not gonna do it. Load some Chimera. Okay, because I can play this one. Okay, you can play this, prep the swing. Yeah, it's... Your opponent has so few creatures, but the moment he gets one and sticks a lot of stuff on it, it's really gonna snowball. So you really want the green-black deck against this one because it can... Well, white-blue's also okay because somewhat... So... Sad thing is that this one... Oh, deals 2 damage. But I'm gonna be dead next turn. Hold on, Stir. No, if I just... No, I have... No, here's the thing, because I need to play this. There's no... We'll see if he takes it. And actually, it doesn't matter, because this has first strike anyway, so there's no way it's gonna matter. Yeah. So we haven't been having much luck here. I'm gonna give this one more shot. So did I goof up in taking out the... Probably not, because he had the Commanding Presence. It would have been 4 toughness, so... Is that literally my only removal? No, I had an Erosis Blessing and a Final Flare, so... Yeah, Commanding Presence is the problem. I guess it's possible to fight, but not too convinced that it's doable. No, it is actually quite doable if just don't let snowball to up to 6 power, 6 toughness actually. The high power count is okay, provided it doesn't have the first strike, and provided I can actually. Okay, I got the good mix here. So this is actually not bad. I'm probably gonna bin 1 mountain because I get Horn Beetle into Fateful and 1 more land draws in Mantle of the Wolf. Okay, so definitely keeping this. There you go. Right. Only goes to test and Skirmisher. He doesn't have auras, so I'm going. He doesn't have auras, so I'm actually gonna burn it now. And do I want this on top? Yeah, why not? Now let's hope our opponent doesn't have. I really should have paid attention. Does our opponent have intermediate removal? No, actually. Okay, Bin's a Final Death and an Elspeth's Nightmare, so that's very. No, so he had removal. It's just in the graveyard now. So opponent needs to hit his other final blessing. Wait, does he have another removal that's cheaper? Yeah, I should have paid attention. That was... At least I get Discordant Piper. Okay, so this will get out of hand until... And here's the thing, even if our opponent does have, well, he could probably cast it in response. I will still get to run... Oh, there you go. Opponent did not have a response. So yeah, that's how it works. And yeah, we kind of got lucky in that one. I think, yeah, let's recheck that removal or okay, nice. Gems are good. Let's check that removal sweep. Because, let's see. Yeah, it's Elspeth's Nightmare, Venomous Hierophant, Huntmaster doesn't count, 2 Final Deaths and Blightbreath Catablipa, so 5 pieces of removal. Technically, you can get the 6 use out of it with Omen of the Dead, but that's it. Yeah, not much removal, so that's a bit scary. Yeah, let's go for the... Let's go from right to left. Again, leaning... I guess 6 pieces of removal is quite good. I would have preferred to have some of the cheaper ones like Mars Grasp. Okay, so... Also, the nice thing here is that I'm willing to keep this because we know we do have some cheap green... We do have some cheap green plays, but until we draw them, then we don't have to worry about too much. Definitely playing... Now, this is excellent enchantment card. Okay, fine. We do have double green, so I will... So... Not bad. Soul Reaper allows us to draw. It's just a case of can we overpower our opponent? So if I play Elysian Caryatid... No, let's play Soul Reaper first. Force our opponent to respond to that. Then I can play Caryatid and Cacophony next turn. Yeah, yeah, there's the Dreadful Apathy, so that's fine. We can still activate its ability, so... that's interesting. So I'm actually not going to play anything. It's on our opponent to play a creature, because I can always just... yeah, place Chimera. Oh, I should have sacked it first. Yeah, that way he wouldn't have... I forgot all about the devotion. One devotion was good enough. So... Okay, here's the... Okay, that's just to get some more damage in. There's no way he's trading Daybreak Chimera for the Piper. So next turn I can go Hierophant Athemia. Then... So opponent is gonna swing. Yeah, losing the Soul Reap. Okay, thankfully our opponent's slightly stuck. We hit we hit all our removal. What the heck? And now Elysian Caryatid does nothing. Yeah, I could get it back with Omen, but we're a long way off from that one. I'm more likely to end up trading the Hierophant for something. So far, opponent did not draw one of the other enchantments, so we'll leave it be. Because we're still outpacing in terms of damage. Yeah, losing the Final Death was horrible. Tricks. Yeah, that will eat Athemia. Or the Nylea's Huntmaster. He's going for the Ephemia. So we go... So our opponent's virtually at 8. The problem is when he plays Sentinel's Eyes on Daybreak Chimera, that offs it for us. Also, playing enough to boost Daybreak Chimera to... Well, if he has 8 points worth of pump, okay, that's 6. Okay, he's gonna hold tricks back, so he's back up to 10. I will lose next turn. Does our opponent... Okay. Opponent plays Birth of Meletis. Problem is, he now has 2 blockers. Okay, Skola Grove Dancer doesn't do it. Yeah, okay, got an Underworld Charger. I can actually play it, but yeah, it's too late. A Blight, Omen of the Dead to get back Blight Breath would have been much more perfect here. Yeah, that's a good game here. Because yeah, Underworld Charger does not have haste. It was 1 turn too late. I would have needed to punch. I would have needed to punch a lot. That was the problem. But it does show some promise. Yeah, we just have to remember tricks. No, there are 2 flash creatures in this particular one. It's the Trix and the Vexing Gull. So our opponent does have combat tricks aside from Karametra's Blessing. Yeah, the problem with the self mill part is, well, that's the thing. Sometimes you're lucky mill a bunch of stuff that you want in the graveyard or you don't actually need. And sometimes it goes to heck. Okay, so we got Grove Dancer into Mogis into Aspect. Okay, we'll keep this. Looks like everyone's liking the enchantments deck. I'm not surprised. So we're definitely looking for double black. It does have a Trinity Singer. Yeah, this if our opponent has the pump, it's gonna be a problem. Staggering Inside. Yeah. Okay, got an Ephemia, but I want to run Soul Reaper first. Now I need to have 2 running lands. Well, okay, so far opponent did not have Commanding Presence. Karametra's Blessing makes it indestructible, but that's okay. So I will play the Venomous Hierophant. Well, we whiffed 1 land, but yeah, the Omen was also a problem. Well, I do get a charge with Ephemia, so that's okay. Opponent seems to be stuck on lands. Okay, not anymore. He probably is dropping Daybreak Chimera. Nope, Glory Bearers. Okay. I probably should just Final Death now. I can just swing with the Hierophant. Well, it will trade with Glory Bearers, but that's probably fine. Because nothing else is going to get through anyway, so I might as well just make that trade now. We have Catabli plus X equals 3. Opponent's not going to swing though. Aspect of Lamprey, yeah, we can use it to negate some of the card advantage our opponent has. I'm concerned that our opponent isn't exactly playing anything. You know what? I'm just gonna play it on Soul Reaper. I'm not gonna. I could swing with it, but I probably won't because our opponent probably just has Karametra's Blessing on standby. I'm just gonna doing this to force our opponent to discard cards. I could also have just played Ephemia, then played the aspect on top of it. Okay. Probably makes more sense. Opponent did have the tricks. So let's do let's do a sanity check. 1, 2. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. X equals 4, so I'm not... And I can't let this die. That's a problem. I would need another pip. Yeah, Tricks is very good here. Funeral rites. Let's see if I can draw into something good. Oh, there you go. Gain a little life back. Yeah, I'm just bouncing this off to gain life. I will have the option to Soul Reaper, draw a card. And I probably would. I'd probably just sack the zombie. Let's see what our opponent has. Dreadful Apathy. Then does he activate it in response? And you know what? It's sack a creature anyway. So yeah, cause let's just get the biggest threats out of the way. Temple Teeth is probably good. So we need one more mana to get Court Piper and Catoblepas for X equals -4. Relief, so Daybreak is gonna be the problem creature. Actually, I'm gonna just... Okay, because... This is unblockable right now, so I'm just gonna swing with this. Yeah, losing Ephemia was bad, but can't be helped. I can actually just use this to snipe the wall. Well, then again, Daybreak Chimera... It's really that last card that scares me. If I can convince... If somehow our opponent is convinced to dunk the last card. I sincerely doubt that's gonna happen. Okay, guys, Voracious Typhon. That is some good trade fodder. And I can actually... Well, I'm actually down quite a bit in cards. Opponent's not going for it. Okay, opponent taps. Revoke Existent. No, Dreadful Apathy. Yeah, I'm gonna lose the Typhon, so that's a shame. Yeah, so what other big creature do I have left? So this is X equals 4. If I can get one more pip, that would be nice, so I'm gonna... I said one more pip, not one more land. I probably should just kept playing this. Yeah, because I still have other cards for that. Yeah. Unfortunately, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. He's down to one card. It's probably it. That's the problem. He's gonna do the math. He's gonna realize that the Karametra's Blessing will save it. Yeah. Yeah, what I needed was one more black pip. So yeah, that's you can see that's my misgivings with the graveyard deck. Well, we're at 30 minutes in, so I'm gonna do the enchantments deck since everyone seems to be playing it. And I'm pretty sure that when other people play it, it's good. When I play it, it's gonna be bad. Really? We'll see. Well, definitely it's not how I would have drafted around it. So right off the bats, we do have 2 creatures. Okay, knock on wood. We'll see what happens. Because that's 15, so it's a 48% chance. It's not great. The only saving grace is that well, now I face off the one deck that's probably fast enough. So what's my gameplay? If I draw a white source, it's definitely Birth of Meletis. We definitely need to hit lands as much whenever possible. Opponent goes Binding of Titans. Okay, we lost. What did our opponent lose? I'm actually gonna just play this one, then pass. We have Singer, so we will lose creature and probably the Staggering Insight. We have to be careful also because we know our opponent has a Typhon incoming. In fact, he can just return it, so that's the problem. Do I have to spend the Triumphant Surge just to get rid of? Well, we do have the Dreadful Apathy, so that's an option. So I'm gonna just play this now. Interestingly enough, I can... Well, it's 7 mana to... Well, he's gonna just buy that one back. Does he have... He probably has the mana, that's the only reason he would do that. He will play... Oh, got some use out of that. Oh. Now, we do have a trick. So I just need to read the mood on what's the perfect trick to use here. Definitely not... Well, Dreadful Apathy I would like to use later game. Yeah, come on. There's a Mantle of the Wolf. I know it's probably tempting, because especially this thing... No, it doesn't have Trample. Yeah, it's just a 4/4/4/4. Come on. Drop the Mantle. Oh, no Mantle. Okay. That said, there's no pump. He might have Burn though, so I would probably end up losing tricks. Let's have 5 cards. Nope, just Caryatid. And load some Chimera number 2. I can actually just hold back the Singer now. Yeah, the idea now is that I want to force our opponent to use up all their resources. Well, he now has 7 mana. He can just buy back Voracious Typhon. I'm willing to trade, let's see, 4 other cards. Yeah, he has 4 other cards, so it will eat up the 1 Chimera. Yeah, so the trick here is I want to do the complete apathy drop. Yeah, we'll just make the trade. Technically, I could have protected it, but oh, that was it. Our opponent probably miscounted. Well, he could have played the other. No, he did not. He definitely wanted to play the Chimera. So yeah, it looks like is this deck gonna be overpowered? Well, let's say it ain't so. Let's give the graveyard deck one more try. And if I still can't catch, it's technically possible to catch a break with it. I did lose to it using the monsters deck. So okay, we got a skirmisher at least. Got both final deaths, so we're not in danger of milling those out. We definitely want one more land so we can at least skirmisher into Relentless Pursuit. Okay, there you go. So at least we have a sequence. Skirmisher, Relentless Pursuit. Offer the trade. Definitely playing the Relentless Pursuit because we need to hit land and creature. When it plays next one Courser, they'll take creep. So if I pump, it makes it 4-1, so it'll be an interesting trade. Oh, opponent goes for the trade. Well, that was the plan. Am I gonna trade the... Well, let's see what our opponent puts up on top of it. My concern is that we need to hit one more land. I'll definitely take the hit. Opponent plays Altar. Okay, we hit our 5th land. I definitely want to play Hierophant. Yeah, I want to play Hierophant first. Leonin of Lost Pride is a very poor target for. Okay, good. Good mill. We need one more. We need 2 more lands. Opponent's representing a Trix. Let's call his bluff. Oh no, he just took it. Yeah, he's gonna take that out. So I'm gonna dump the Charger in the Soul Reaper now. Opponent probably does have the Tricks, but he wants to save it for combat. So it's like Tricks into Commanding Presence, I suppose? Oh no, no Tricks. Yeah, opponent literally had only 2 Yeah, that was my one concern. If with only 9 creatures, you need to keep them alive for as long as possible. I have no idea what was in the rest of our opponent's hand, but you should be spending those instead of your creatures because your creatures are awfully finite. Like, take a look. Again. 9 creatures, 14 non-creatures. Normally this is reverse. You want 15 and 8 usually. So what are the ways that he could protect? Karametra's Blessing is a way to protect. Dumping your auras early is a way to protect. At the very least, it gives him more toughness. The Nyxborn Courser had a high toughness value, so him trading it off for for that dinky Setessan trainee was very bad. As you can see, most of the creatures are about coming into play quickly, having evasion, or having a big butt. Well, except for Lost Pride. That was pretty much it. So yeah, it goes against it goes against what is traditional, but if you know what you're doing, so this may have been a 7-0 deck, but this deck is more player than, it's more about the player than the deck itself. Like, you can't just give this deck to anyone else. Same thing with the graveyard deck. This one is, yeah, also more about the play. Well, having 2 final deaths is nice. There are some parts that I would question, like the aspect of Lamprey is questionable. Well, sure, you get to discard 2 cards. It's a good matchup against the enchantment deck, I suppose. Yeah, you got, how many creatures there? Yeah, this is the usual one. And you had Soul Reaper to draw you into creatures, Ephemia to get you into creatures, Relentless Pursuit. The lack of pump effects meant that yeah, you already know what you're dealing with. So with the exception of Final Death, everything was sorcery speed. And finally, with the monsters deck, this one is pretty much the easiest one to pilot. Definitely you want the turn 2 Horn Beetle into turn 3 Manticore or Chimera. That was the best setup, and you had a lot of benefit in the long run. Even the Binding of Titans is actually quite good, especially against the graveyard deck. So there you go. And even the rare for this one was not the best. It was an enchantment, Mantle of the Wolf. It's not a big creature. It's not like Nessian Boar. What was the rare for this one? It's just Ephemia, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so pretty much knowing how to pilot this deck, you definitely wanted to hit either Funeral Rites or Relentless Pursuit. Getting an early 2-drop really helped also. Basically, you wanted to keep trading. And with the enchantments deck, yeah, Trix was the big one. In fact, all he did was just be a 4/5. The only thing that you were shaving cost off was either the Chimera or the Archon. But all things considered, I would have traded at least one Surge for another creature. That's my personal guess. But to whoever piloted this deck, got it to a 7-win, hats off to you guys. You did very well. That's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. So it's a shame that Theros draft is gonna be out of styles in the next 2 weeks. I'm thinking that it's probably the fact that they came out with this one only this month. I would not have minded seeing this every month. Like well, then again, Ikoria. That's also the other problem. Ikoria draft, no, Theros Beyond draft did not start until like several weeks later. So we would have had only like 2 weeks of this. Yeah, it's so but I would have liked to see at least 3 of these perfect example draft decks, probably a little bit earlier, but you do have to mix it up. So otherwise, not so bad. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Stay safe wherever you are. Take care, and God bless. Have a great day, everyone.